All praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakahakwadash. Next, I want to give double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the Lord's elect. We will be in Gemini. This is through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi. Gemini is being fed the truth, so it has no choice but to stick to the facts of the scriptures and the truth of the scriptures. And that starts with acknowledging the true, powerful, and holy name of the Heavenly Father Yahawah and His only begotten Son Yahawashi, and acknowledging the true children of Israel, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And this is not a so-called black thing. The Lord has scattered His people among all nations. We're going to come looking like all nations. So we're going to get into Isaiah 34, verse 1, and it reads, "Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation, which is the righteous anger of Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, is upon all nations, and His fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter." Right. World War III, the War of Armageddon. "Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll." The heavens being rolled together as a scroll is going into the mushroom cloud from them ICBM nuclear missiles, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea." That's the Greek way of saying Edom. You see, Esau, Edom is a so-called white man. Edom is symbolic for America. "And upon the people of my curse, the judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, hath a sacrifice in Basra," which is symbolic for America, "and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, the land of Edom." You see? Let's go verse 8. It says, "For it is," in the NLT, "for it is the day of Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi's revenge, the year when Edom will be paid back for all it did to Israel." Right? Because Esau, Edom is at the top of that list. But remember, the land of Edom, you see, is a Babylon the Great, America. Esau, Edom rules Babylon the Great, America. Verse 9 in the NLT, "The streams of Edom will be filled with burning pitch, and the ground will be covered with fire. This judgment on Edom will never end. The smoke of its burning will rise forever. The land will lie deserted from generation to generation. No one will live there." You see? What does that sound like? Babylon the Great, man. Matter of fact, let's get that. Revelation 18 and verse 8, and it reads, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, who judgeth her." You see? Let's go back to Isaiah 34. And then in Gemini, I said, according to the facts of the scriptures, the land of Edom is talking about America, Babylon the Great. Isaiah 34 and verse 6, "The Lord has a great slaughter in the land of Idumea," which that's the Greek way of saying Edom. According to the facts of the scriptures, you are completely spot on. Isaiah 34 and verse 6 uses prophetic codings to identify the headquarters of Esau, Edom in the end times, Babylon the Great, right? And Esau, Edom is a so-called white man. The terms Idumea, the Greek form of Edom, and Basra, an ancient royal stronghold of Edom, that's modern day America, and used prophetically to describe the primary landmass where the descendants of Esau hold global power and where the final slaughter will take place. You see, the Greek word Idumea means Edom. Isaiah 34 and verse 5 through 6. The Bible specifically names the region of judgment. Isaiah 34 and verse 5. "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment." Idumea is simply the Greek translation of the land of Esau, Edom. You see, the scriptures name Edom as the people of my curse, indicating that this is an irreversible decree of divine destruction reserved for the end times, right? You see, because you Edomites are cursed to destruction if you go back to Esau, Edom. You see, why Basra represents America, Babylon the Great. In ancient times, Basra was a primary capital city and stronghold located in the kingdom of Edom, right? And Esau, Edom rules over Babylon the Great. As it tells you in Ezekiel, we'll get that, 35. The subheading is "A Message for Edom." You see, prophesy against Mount Seir, a message for Edom, the so-called white man, you see. We'll start at verse 5. It says, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee," because you are the most bloodiest man on the planet Earth. You see, let's get that. In verse 15, it says, "As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea." You see, even all of it, and they shall know that I am Yahawah. Bahasham Yahawashi, you see? NLT, you rejoice at the desolation of Israel's territory. Now I will rejoice at yours. You will be wiped out, you people of Mount Seir, which is you Edomites, and all who live in Edom, America. Then you will know that I am Yahawah. Bahasham Yahawashi, you see? Because y'all rejoiced at our downfall. Y'all clapped a hand at the nation of Israel. You see? So the Lord's got something for you, devils. Baruch 4 in verse 30, it says, take a good heart, O Jerusalem, which is a people before is a place, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoiced at thy fall. You see, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so I will do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am Yahawah. Bahasham Yahawashi, miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoice at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. For fire, nuclear fire, shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. Right? And the Lord said he is against you, O thou most proud man. Jeremiah 50, no, it's Jeremiah 50. Salakia, Jeremiah 50, is it 35? Salakia, Jeremiah 50, verse 31, it says, behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, power of hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up, and I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Right? You see? The most proud. See, Esau, Edom, man. Let's go back to Gemini. So prophetically, Basra represents the current seat of financial, political, and military power for Esau, Edom, which in the modern era is Babylon the Great, America. We know Isaiah 34 is talking about modern America and not the ancient village of Basra because of the nature of the destruction described. Universal and end-time scope, Isaiah 34 and verse 2, for the indignation, which is the righteous anger of Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Right? The war of Armageddon, cosmic signs at the second coming. Isaiah 34 and verse 4, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, reflected in Revelation 6, 12-14, and Matthew 24 and verse 29. Permanent pitch and brimstone, wasteland, Isaiah 34, 9-10, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day, the smoke thereof shall go up forever. You see, for a long duration of time, man. It's going to be on fire for a long duration of time. It's talking about Babylon the Great, America. Hamashiach's return from the great slaughter. The scriptures directly link the destruction of Edom, Basra, to the physical return of Yahawashi Hamashiach, coming to deliver the elect of the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Isaiah 63 and verse 1, it says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Remember, both are symbolic for America. This that is glorious in its apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Yeah, because the Lord's not meeting you as a man. Isaiah 47 and verse 3. Again, it says this is a lament for Babylon, prediction of Babylon's fall, America's fall. Verse 3, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer, he's the Redeemer of the nation of Israel. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. You see, sit thou silent and get thee in the darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. You see, miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoice at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. As thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart. Neither didst remember the latter end of it. You see, we're at your latter end. It was never a light thing to touch the apple of the Lord's eye. Verse 6, for I was angry with my chosen people and punished them by letting them fall into your hands. But you, Babylon, America, showed them no mercy. You oppressed even the elderly. You said, I will reign forever as queen of the world. You did not reflect on your actions or think upon their consequences. You see, so when you get Jeremiah 50 and verse 33, it says, thus saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, right here in America, Babylon the Great, the land of Edom. And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. You see, their Redeemer is strong. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. You see, because when you get Jeremiah 51 and verse 35, It reads, the violence done to me and to my flesh be upon Babylon, shall the inhabitant of Zion say, and my blood upon the inhabitants of Chaldea shall Jerusalem say. You see? Verse NLT, make Babylon suffer as she has made us suffer. You see? Miserable, say the people of Zion. Make the people of Babylonia pay for spilling our blood, says Jerusalem. You see, the Lord's vengeance on Babylon. Therefore, thus saith Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, behold, I will plead thy cause and take vengeance for thee. And I will dry up her sea and make her springs dry. And Babylon shall become a heaps and a dwelling place for dragons and astonishment and in hissing without inhabitant. Right? You see, for what you've done to the Lord's people. When Hamashiach Yahawashi returns, his garments are symbolic of being stained with blood of the enemy after executing the grand sacrifice in the land of Edom, Basra, America, the complete destruction of Babylon the Great, America, by nuclear fire and divine judgment. The verdict, according to the scriptural facts, Idumea and Basra, and Isaiah 34 in verse 6, do not merely refer to ancient historical sites in the Middle East, but prophetically point directly to Babylon the Great, America, the main land, stronghold, and military force of Esau, Edom in these last days. You see? So it's the land of Edom, as it tells you in Joel 3 and verse 19, and it's spiritually known as Egypt as well. Egypt shall become a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. But Judah shall dwell forever in Jerusalem from generation to generation, for I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed. For Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi dwelleth in Zion. You see? See? The Lord is returning back to a world ruled by Esau, Edom. Matter of fact, let's get that. It tells you in 2nd Ezra 6. And there's going to be a war for it all. It's like in verse 9, it says, for Esau, Edom is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You see, we're at the end of this man's blessing. This evil, wicked kingdom. He is the wicked, the devil that the Bible speaks of. Let's get that. Malachi 1 and verse 4. It says, where is Edom? You see, Esau's descendants in Edom. Where is Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. And that's what they did. Thus saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi hath indignation forever. You see, matter of fact, let's get this. Verse 2, I have loved you, saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. You see, verse 3, but I rejected his brother Esau, and devastated his hill country. I turned Esau's inheritance into a desert for jackals. Where can you find that at? Revelation 18, man. In verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. You see, the Lord's getting ready to judge you hoes, man. Verse 5, and upon her forehead, this Babylon the Great was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Babylon the Great, America, man. And I saw the woman, America, drunken with the blood of the saints, the children of Israel, and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahawashi, the prophets, which are also the children of Israel. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. You see? You see? The Lord ain't playing, man. Look at that doom for Babylon. The doom of Babylon. 2nd Ezra 7 and verse 43. But the day of doom. That's the day of Babylon the Great's end. The day of Esau's end. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. So who is immortality for? Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You see, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You see? Immortality is coming to the elect of the nation of Israel. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time. And it's going to come by way of destruction, war, great bloodshed, man. The Lord is not playing. You Israelites repent. Turn back to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. The Lord's going to leave you here and melt you, as the scriptures say. See, go read Ezekiel 22:14 on down. No, go to verse 14, then skip to 21. Isaiah 13 and verse 5. Matter of fact, let's get 13. All right, we'll get all this. It says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Those missiles belong to the Lord. You see, they come from distant countries, from the beyond the farthest horizons. They are Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi's weapons to carry out his anger. With them, he will destroy the whole land. You see, how ye? For the day of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. You see, when you go down to verse 17, it says, behold, Babylon, America will fall to the Medes. That's the Russians. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. It's not going to be no negotiating. Their bows, their nuclear missiles also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, America, the glory of the kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And that's just a quick Google search. That's how you know it's not talking about ancient Babylon. You see? And it's not talking about the Tower of Babel. The Lord just, he disrupted that. He interrupted it, should I say. I wouldn't be surprised if this damn thing lied. I really would not be surprised. How do you spell Gomorrah? G-O-M-O. No, ancient Babylon was not destroyed overnight by a sudden cataclysm like Sodom and Gomorrah. And it's going to take the Lord 1 hour, man. You see, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, fire and brimstone, man. You see? Fire and brimstone, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make her fold there, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie in their houses, shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and the dragons in their pleasant palaces, right? Because after that burning goes out, because it's going to be on fire for a long duration of time, and then it's going to be inhabited by desert creatures. It's going to be left as a monument. You just line that up with Revelation 18, man. See, ancient Babylon was not destroyed like Sodom and Gomorrah, man. What is that? Romans 9 and verse 28. It says, for he will finish the work and cut it short in righteousness, because a short work will Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi make upon the earth, right? 1 hour. It's going to take the Lord 1 hour, man. Matter of fact, let's get that. Revelation 18, man. You devils are through, man. The prophets are here, our apostles, our bishops, and our elders at the church of Great Millstone, man. The Lord has his prophets, man. You see, verse 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, America, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. You see? You see, and this is, let's get that, verse 24, and in her, you see, Babylon the Great, was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth. You see, in your streets flow the blood of the prophets and of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi's holy people, right? Which is the children of Israel, man. You see, in the blood of people slaughtered all over the world. Esau, even the so-called white man, is responsible for that. And you heathen, y'all are going to fall with him because y'all have conspired together. Y'all have conspired together. You're in bed with this devil. So y'all all are going to pay. Every single last one of y'all. Thus saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You see? Obadiah 15. It says, Edom destroyed, Israel restored. Because Esau, Edom is the chief of the heathen. And all you heathen are going to pay. For the day of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, which you've done to the children of Israel, all you heathen, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. And what are you going to drink? Let's get that. Jeremiah 25 and verse 27. You're going to drink this warfare. NLT. Then Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi said to me, now tell them, this is what the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi of heaven's armies, the God of Israel, says. Drink from this cup of my anger, get drunk and vomit, fall to rise no more, for I am sending terrible wars against you, you see? And if they refuse to accept the cup, tell them the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi of heaven's armies, says, you have no choice but to drink from it, you see? You see? The Lord is not playing, man. The Lord said he's going to strike through kings in the day of his wrath, man. He's going to judge. He's going to fill the let's get it. Psalms 110 and verse 5. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath. He shall judge among the heathen. He shall fill the places with the dead bodies. He shall wound the heads over many countries, right? See? The Lord is not playing. He's getting ready to give you devils, all you heathen. See? to the ravenous birds and to the beasts of the field to be devoured. And whoever is left over, when the Yahawashi and his elect come off them chariots, y'all are going into captivity. You see? Y'all gonna pay for what y'all done to the nation of Israel. Thus saith Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. See, the Lord says he's gonna plead our cause and do judgment upon Babylon. Shalom.